I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. I want to thank you guys for being with me. Brock Bandy, got a bunch of wrenches here. Say hi to my wrenches first. Brock Bandy, good to see you. Charlie Mullins, good to see you. Dean Conjured Vapors, good to see you. And we even have the one and only Tommy Scoville wrenching for me today. So thank you. I appreciate you guys being here. We also have Chili Phil, creator Emmanuel Derritendo. Good to see you. Greg Woods, thank you for being here. Dizzy Dragon, good to see you. Joseph, good to see you. Joseph, I didn't get to the post office today, so we'll hopefully do that tomorrow. Gamer, Jackie, good to see you. Mischief Managed, thank you for being here. Narfman. Paul, good to see you, bro. I'm so glad you're here. Wait till you see what we're going to be eating today. We got Spice Climber. Ooh, Spice Climber. I'm glad you're here too. And my other's keeper, Krista Melinda. Hopefully I say hi to everybody. I'm sure I'm going to miss people. Karen Pooley, good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right. So Spice Climber is a good friend of mine. And throw ones in the chat. He's got some, he hurt himself at work and he's got some issues he's dealing with. He's a wonderful guy. Jonathan Scoville, Spice Climber. Let me tell you something about his channel real quick before I go any further with what we're going to talk about today. Charlie, 21 months. God, I love you, dude. Spice Climber, he's a chili head. And he has, in a world where everybody's sort of doing the same thing. Josh, good to see you. Riley Rose, good to see you. I hope you're there. D-Stock, good to see you. He's doing something different. He doesn't just sit down and say, I'm going to review something. Got to go check him out. Spice Climber, he works in trees. And, man, one of the coolest videos I ever saw. You watch it, and it's from far away, and it's a drone, and it flies right into a tree, and he's sitting in the tree. It's just the coolest intro of any video. However, in addition to being a tremendous chili head, he is my purveyor of all things putrid. David Z, good to see you. Silver Surfer, love you, dude. AB, the bearded chili, good to see you. So he has sent me, and it's the real deal. Doesn't sit flat because it's bulging. If you guys don't know about this is Surströmming. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about Surströmming. Before we do, I also going to eat something hot while we're here today. I'm going to eat something hot. Paul, I'm glad you joined me. Fiery crispy. Oh, you have no idea how good this is. I'm going to eat this in just a few minutes, but I'm going to show you one other thing that I got from Spice Climber, Jonathan Scoville. But Tommy Scoville's here. I want to have him come here and join me for a minute. I twisted his arm. He's not stoked about this. This is the grossest thing in the entire world. It is, if you read it, it's not even fermented fish. It's fermenting. It's happening still. It's still fermenting. I've done it a bunch of times. I went today and I was going through some of the videos. You know how many times I've done something with Surströmming? This will be like the 8th or 9th time that I'm going to be doing it. It is horrible. And I've done it with Tommy several times. And the last time, here comes Tommy. He's going to join me for just a minute.
Right.
You don't look happy, dude.
Not very happy. Not very happy. Spice Climber.
Here's Tommy Scoville, people, the one and only.
Yeah.
So I'm glad Tommy's sitting here. He looks unhappy. But really, Arwa, good to see you. Thank you for being here. He loves it. Tampa B man, good to see you.
No, I'm working on that.
No, I'm going to show you something. We have some beautiful shots here. This is from, I believe, the first time I did it with Tommy. I lost the bet. We did a coin toss or something, and I was the one that had to open it. Now, somebody is inevitably going to say, man, you're supposed to open it underwater. Yeah, you are, but that would ruin some of the fun for you guys. So we do a coin toss, and I lost it the first time. Then from there, it just gives you this. Is it Scivata?
Yeah.
It's Italian.
Scivata,
yeah. And then
Skeeve.
Then here's Tommy having trouble with it. But then we did it a second time. By the way, if anybody would doubt me, this is the very first time I ever did it. I did it in the backyard in Reno.
God,
I was wearing a Glad bag, a garbage bag, a 50-gallon drum garbage bag. I cut armholes out, and I had my bathing suit underneath there. I was worried about getting stink on it.
Oh man!
So that you're seeing me either right there the traditional way, like they do it in Sweden, because it's supposed to make it taste better. And I'm just here to tell you, people, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really make it taste better. Now, Jonathan also sent some proper crisp, like bread that they eat it on. So I think I want to ask everybody in the chat what you guys think we should do. How should we do it this time? Because if you look at this one, let me show you the last time we did it, you guys, because this is kind of interesting. Here's the last time. Did I lose the coin toss that time? No, you did. You lost it last time.
I did. Yeah.
So he had to open it. We did it in the desert. Now the can Tommy has in his hand right there. It was in the backyard for how long? 3 weeks?
At least.
We got it from Jonathan.
In the backyard. It was in the desert. Man.
Well, the backyard is a desert. We live in the desert. So it literally sat in the backyard. It was bulging so bad, I was scared to open it.
Correct.
Now, when we opened it, something crazy happened. Here's Tommy opening it. We realized once we opened it that there was no fish
left
at all. Now, either it disintegrated from just what the desert was doing to it, or it was just a bunk can, and they didn't put any fish in it.
Well,
so what we did was
right. So it was continuing to ferment.
So there's what we did with it. It looked like something that you would drain out of. I don't even want to say it. It's bad. So we poured it into shot glasses and drank them, and then he's already getting sick. I'm getting ready to do that shot, and then she's happy. The reason I took that picture, I want to tell you guys something. You'll notice, you guys will notice that
that's my favorite picture.
Mine too. You guys will notice that when I'm eating it, he's having a ball, and I'm having a bad time with it. The minute it's his turn, oh, glorious! I can't tell you how good it is. It's magic.
It is.
So we want to ask you guys, how should we do it? We could go to the store and get onion.
What did you mention that? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'm going to mention that in a minute.
It's run by the Dirty Bastards. What are they called? What's the name of it?
No, here's it. You got to keep it. Listen, this is the other thing that Jonathan sent us. I want to tell you, this is a trip.
And you know what? If we don't
this is the saltiest licorice in the world. Now, it's not hot.
I got a question for you. Have you run into a lot of salty licorice, period? Maybe it's the only salted licorice in the world.
But here's the deal.
Salted licorice.
This is from Jonathan also. Now, it's called, the name of the stuff is Svensk Javlar.
God bless you.
Thank you. Now, here's what this means. Google it a little bit. And what it means is, and please earmuff the kids. Now, you know what? We have kids here. I'm not going to do it. It means Swedish, illegitimate people. You get it? You follow what I'm saying? Illegitimate for a person.
Yeah.
Or sons of SOB. Yeah.
How's that for a nice name?
And that's the name. Google it. Google this name right here.
I got news for you. I know what that is.
Yeah, it's brutal. Now, we saw, here's the funny thing that happened. I'm just telling you what happened. I never pawn stuff off on Mama Scoville because she doesn't like it, right? She goes, "What's that?" I said, it's just licorice. She goes, "Is it hot?" I said, "No, I swear it's not." She goes, "Can I have some?" I said, "No," because I want to wait until the video. I said, "You know what? Sure you can." So I opened it up, and I took the top off, and I went like this to Mama Scoville. I said, "There." So she took a piece out. She put it to her mouth. It touched her tongue, and the reaction, had I known, it's like we would work on.
Have you ever seen the video where LA Beast tries to take those down?
Yeah, I might have.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Anyhow,
man.
So what happened? She tanked so fast. She ran to the sink, started spinning the sink, turned the faucet on, stuck her face under the faucet. First of all, and so I had to. I'm sorry, I did. I had to just taste a little bit of it, so then I had to do it to Tommy.
Hey, this stuff can't be done. I don't think you understand.
I'm gonna eat a whole one. A whole one.
That's the whole one.
That's the whole batch. You're gonna too as well, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I can.
Do you know the record? Do you know what the record is?
2.
No, I don't mean how many. The whole can in 5 minutes.
Somebody ate the whole can?
I
I don't believe that.
Hey, Skogsby, you're here, Spice Climber. True or false? You claim, there's a claim that you said that someone ate this entire jar. You know what?
And
that should smell kind of cool.
And then they had a heart attack.
It has almost a cocoa. It has a cocoa kind of aroma to it.
Yeah, it doesn't smell bad. It just tastes bad. It's kind of rocking that.
I would imagine if you ate a whole thing, you could die of sodium. Like something would kill you.
It's gonna stop your heart. And
you couldn't. You'd have to gaff them up, right? Can you imagine going through your processing that, going through your system?
There should never be that much salt put on anything.
Okay, so we're gonna do these. I think tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do this one tomorrow. Now this one here. What is today? Today's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. You want to do this Sunday, or you want to do this? You want to do it Sunday?
How about February 30th? We could do that on February the 30th. I don't want to do it.
Come on, dude. Come on, it'll be fun.
Do that thing you do. Jackwagon.
He saw me one day. We were talking about doing something hot. I said, "Come on, dude. It's funny. You'll do that thing you do where you act like you hate it." And he goes, "Hey, idiot! It's not an act I do. I hate it.
It's not part of the show, bro. Not part of the show."
Cosmic Christie, good to see you. So hold on. Hoffa Kaus eats it crazy fast, says Spice Climber. So Hoffa Kaus got a YouTuber.
Hoffa Kaus, he owes me money,
right?
No, I can't.
Maybe you can rinse it off. Arwa asks, I don't think we should do that. I think it's probably a bad idea, just because I'd get a lot of heat if I did that. Creator Manuel says, I want to try that licorice. You say that now. I'm telling you something. Chet, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Have you ever been to the Bonneville Salt Flats?
That's what he said. Oh, you want to see something funny? I can show that.
What?
Oh, yeah.
So I lived in Salt Lake. We used to head on to a little town called Wendover to go play poker. On account of the fact that you can gamble there. And you have to go across the Bonneville Salt Flats. And I promise you, there is more salt on one of those little things than there is on the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Do you want to see a really short clip of Tommy? It's only 28 seconds long, of Tommy eating a microscopic little portion of this.
You filmed me? Take the volume down there, because I don't know what I said. You might not want to put the volume on, is all I'm saying.
We're going to wing it. I don't think you say anything bad. That's my revelation.
To the saltiest licorice on earth. It's popping in my mouth. Yeah, I swear it is.
What?
Perfect. That's what I'm talking about.
No, you know what? What in the world just happened? Why would it do that?
Because your screen went black. You kept it on too long already.
That's the Bonneville Salt Flats, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. That is the saltiest crap on planet Earth right there, man. This is all bad.
Okay. Now here's the funny thing about that. He ate a piece that big.
No, don't get it messed up. I didn't eat a piece that big. I got it in my mouth and then hurled
tomorrow,
it back out of my mouth at like 80 miles an hour.
If you look at the size of this.
That's just not. You get naked?
You dare me?
And, I could do the double dog, but then it's the end of your show, and I'd have to do the rest of it. You couldn't go on.
You think
no, absolutely not.
Okay, I'll tell you what. How about I try? You want me to try E1 and try to hang with it? And if I have to bail, you sit in place, and then you'll try one, and we'll switch back.
Oh no, I'm not trying one. This is going to take me at least 24 hours to get my to gird up my loins.
Okay, we're gonna wait.
It's disgusting, man.
There's also a spicy version of this. Shut up.
Listen, what are the odds? Honestly, what are the odds that they've got the worst?
You know what Tommy said today? Tommy says, I think every single thing in Sweden is based on a dare.
Yeah, your entire cuisine is
There's
based
also
on
a spicy version, says Spice Climber.
No disrespect.
I ate some in a pine tree together with Chili Viking a year or two. I got to watch that. Hey, do me a favor, everybody. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, Spice Climber, throw your the link to your channel in the chat. I want everybody to subscribe to Spice Climber because he has really cool content. So, getting back to the show,
one of the nicest people on the internet. I don't like him, but he's a super nice guy.
Should I eat half one of these?
I'm kidding. What? But seriously, he's rotten.
Or here's the problem: if I do this, it may ruin tomorrow's video.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Okay, we're gonna wait because no. You know what? D-Stock is saying, do it.
Of course, yeah.
He'd be on there saying, jump.
Yeah.
I pray for kidney struggles. Here's the thing: if you ate a whole, I don't know if I can buy this. I'm eating the entire thing in 5 minutes.
It's gonna drop you on the floor, and everybody will be bragging that they caught your last show. I was there when he ate that salty stuff, man. I saw it. He dropped. Couldn't get up.
That was
Brother
the
had
end
to
of his
do the
show.
Yeah.
6,290 videos, and he's done.
Right, Reapers and every other.
He
hot
had to
pepper.
die, man. He was an artist, man.
You know something? What? Why would anybody think?
Toby, good to see you. Thanks
I
for
have
being
a
here.
good idea.
James Collins cares.
Let's salt the ever-loving heck out of a piece of licorice.
It's not the same. I didn't know salt could get like this. Here's the thing. I'm not even joking now. I'm not trying to be funny. I didn't know salt could get like this. Because I've had, like, who hasn't had salt? You just take a little bit of the salt and compare it to, like, salt from a salt shaker. They're not the same thing.
So you know how, like,
They're not the same thing.
They have those little packets of fake sugar, and they say that, like, realistically.
Listen, you didn't do it yet, did you? Put your link to your channel in there, please, Spice Climber. If he can't, somebody with a wrench, get Spice Climber's link and throw it in the chat, please. But look at all that white stuff at the bottom. That is all the, and I'm telling you, it's not like salt, dude.
No, you know how like artificial sweeteners they will say are 40 or 50 times sweeter than sugar.
Right.
Whatever the hell is on that is 50 times stronger than any salt on earth.
Only mods can post links. Okay, can somebody with a Charlie, if you can, if not Silver Surfer, see if you can. It's Spice Climber though. That's him. It's Spice Climber. Please sub to his channel because he's a great guy. Mikey Chill, let's go. Stoltz.
All right, I'm going to go and meditate and pray.
What time are we doing this tomorrow? Are we going to do it live? No. If you go south, we probably should go live.
It can go really south really quick, right?
In a number of different ways. We won't go live with it, but we'll put it up tomorrow, and then on either the day or the day after, we'll do the stinky.
And here's a trigger warning: there will be
chuckage,
vomitus.
But we'll try to do it off camera. We'll have a bucket nearby. We won't do it in the desert like we did last time. It's probably a good place to do it.
You see, I've been through the.
We'll put in the desert. Blue Sky, thank you for your super chat. I'm working on learning to love the pain. Is it okay to scream through it? You know what, Blue Sky?
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful question. And absolutely it's okay to scream through it. I mean,
however you get through the pain.
Yeah. You know, and the funny thing about it is,
I personally weep.
He does. And I'm kind of joking about it. I'm really not joking about it because here's what's important. It will learning to not run and panic from pain is going to affect your life in so many positive ways outside of the chili realm. I'm not just saying that. I mean it. So do that. Dale Cox, good to see you. Dale Cox wants me to do a tincture gusher. I had about half. We have some left. I haven't used it all.
Yeah, there's some left.
We have some left. I haven't used it all, but I'm not,
All right, that's it.
All right, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
You going to go prepare?
Yeah, man. This is
Lisa Trimble, thank you for being here.
Lisa
Sacramento.
All right, people.
Thanks for being here. George Heilman, good to see you. Popil Sky, good to see you. Diz, views get views. He says, you know what? The only time I've ever chundered, LP, good to see you, in the desert. Cameron, thanks for being here. Green Man, Bubba Mo, good to see you. Shelton, what do you say? Hey, if somebody with a wrench can try, if you can, Shelton, see if you can do me a favor. Try to get the link to Spice Climber, his channel, and see if you can throw it in the chat so everybody here can subscribe to him because he's a great guy. Elegant James, good to see you. So we're going to do tomorrow. We'll do when I tell you this is listen. Had I known my mom was going to react the way she had done it, I swear that was the funniest thing in the world. Because you know why it was so funny? I didn't say, "Oh, please, try this." She's like, "Hey, can I have some of that?" And I said no because I'm going to open it on film. Well, you know what? Fine. Her reaction, you know how like for somebody that has never eaten anything hot, like they don't eat. There's Silver Surfer, thank you, and so is Charlie. You guys are awesome. Click on that link, you guys, please. You guys are rock stars. Thank you for doing that. He makes good content and he's a wonderful guy. But that salt, like if somebody had never eaten anything hot and they eat like 16 million Scoville pure crystals, that holy crap, I didn't know hot could get like that. That's the way it is with us with salt. Like I like salt. I'm a salty dude. I've never experienced anything like that in my life before. And I took a teeny little bit. There's, I don't know if I can get it down. I'm going to try to eat an entire one. But immediately what happens is your mouth it's just like saliva everywhere. And it's like, you can't, I don't know. It's just bizarre. Can you chug Double Dune in Central Park soon? You know what? I don't know if I could chug Double Dune in Central Park, man. We were just talking the other day on a live stream. I think it was yesterday. I kind of miss doing the live streams in the park. Back when I lived in Reno, I would do them and called it the zoo. It was a cool place to do videos. It was during the day, it was a nice little park, and at night it changed. So let me show what I got. Listen, Paul from Fire in the Hole. This is one of the greatest snacks. It's a challenge on League of Fire. I don't know how many points it is. It's going to be a lower point, an entrance level one. But this is one of the best tasting things. Elegant James, new member, you look good in green. One of the tastiest, and I'm not even joking, one of the tastiest snacks I've ever had. And the thing about it is, it's a challenge if you've never eaten anything hot. But if you like hot stuff, Paul, there he is. 1 point challenge. I dare say there's probably not a challenge at League of Fire that tastes this good. I mean, you could sip. I bet I could eat 15 of these things. Oh my God, are they good? Is it? Listen, Paul's here. I think it's Carolina Reaper. It might be 7.5 premium. I'm not sure, but either way, it's the perfect balance of it, and it is just. But don't let the 1 point fool you. It's got a bite to it. It's a Rice Krispie, like Rice Krispie treats does. I don't know if you guys have them in Oz, but very, very good. Bubba Mo says, I would rather drink a bottle of tincture. I can help you out with that. Yeah, it's sweet. I don't know if you've ever had a Rice Krispie treat. It's soft and squishy and like sugary, but man, it's got a bite to it. Like we're saying it's only 1 point. If my mother bit this, she wouldn't talk to me for 2 years. She'd be furious at me. Dipped in milk, pepper, Dojo says. Man, that would be good, right? James says, these are so good. Man, Paul, I could easily eat 5 of those right now. I would stop because I'm full, not because of the heat, but boy, I can't tell you how delicious it is. Has anyone tried the bomb hot sauce I saw on the Wing Eating Show? It's hot ones. It's the bomb. It's, to me, I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. I think the bomb tastes like something you'd use to take rust off a trailer hitch or something. I do not like the flavor of it at all. And I think if it weren't for hot ones, forget it. How many do you think they sell every week because of hot ones? Paul, thank you. I didn't see if Paul said if it was Reaper or 7-Pot. He may have snuck it in. Yes, of course you can post a link, Paul. Please do that. He's going to post the link to these. I don't know what he sells them for, but whatever it is, buy them. Listen, here's one. Listen, every time somebody watches a League of Fire thing, there are people, or you watch me do one, there are people that watch it, and they're going, one of these days. 7-Pot Primo. Oh, my God. Thank you, Paul. And I'm sorry, Troy, for going with the other pepper for a moment. But there are people that watch this and goes, one of these days, I'd like to do that. Man, I'm telling you, this is your challenge. It's not so hot that it's going to kill you. It's so hot that you'll eat more of them. They're just absolutely amazing. So he'll put the link in there. And I tried it. I was not a big fan, says Tommy. He was see that? See what I did there? I was very kind. You sure were. Boy, it doesn't taste good to me. He makes that face. Listen, I'm telling you, the people that own the bomb should go to bed every night and hit their knees and thank God for hot ones. If it weren't for that, man, I'm serious, they'd be in trouble. Because people that at home that buy that, like if you're watching the show, say, "Oh, we gotta get the wings, honey. Let's have our friends over and make the lineup from hot ones." And you buy that stuff, you'll never buy a second bottle. Take that to the bank. You will not buy a second bottle. How many antacids do you eat? You know, it's really funny. Do you consume D-stock? It's a funny thing. People have this incredible misconception that spicy food gives you ulcers. They really won't. What spicy food will do is diagnose an ulcer. And I mean, too sweet. If you got an ulcer and you eat something hot, man, if you had two people that have ulcers and one goes to a doctor and one eats a pepper, the pepper is going to give you the diagnosis of that ulcer way before that doctor could. I mean it. So I think, and the other thing that happens is this, but believe it or not, and this is the truth, there's empirical data that shows that eating hot capsaicin lowers stomach acidity. I've done videos where we talk about the health benefits, never had any heartburn ever. I've done videos where we talk about the health benefits. There are people, I'm sure people in this chat have seen them, but there are comments where people said I had IBS and I don't anymore. I used to have ulcers and now I eat peppers and my stomach's fine. I'm not making any of this up. Go read the comments. It's an amazing thing. It's a good thing for your stomach. Tavi, I don't know if you guys ever saw this. We have a shirt like this on my store on johnnyscoville.com. And that's the emojis on the shirt. The little birding and the hole, fire hole. We also have one for fire hose. It's hilarious. It's a fire birding and a garden hose. Hilarious. You know what they are? They're great shirts. People say, what does that mean? Or they'll look at it and go, I get it. But it's true. Peppers don't cause ulcers. And here's the other thing. I think so many people, how many times has somebody in the chat, if you've ever met somebody in the chat, if you met somebody that have told you that they have ulcers from eating peppers, put a 1 in the chat. Everybody knows somebody who said that. We've all heard it. And you want to know what my opinion on that is? First of all, most people next time somebody tells you they have an ulcer, ask them a quick question. Just say, do you think you do? Or has a doctor told you that you have ulcers? Have you gone to a doctor about that? Most people, 60% or more will tell you, I'm telling you I have an ulcer. Most people don't go to get it tested. All right. So my theory is this. Somebody will get the bomb because they want to do the wings like on hot ones, and they'll overdo it when they get to the bomb wings, and they'll eat too many of them, and they'll get cap cramps for the first time. And if you've never had cap cramps for the first time ever, the first time you do, it's a earth-shattering kind of a holy crap moment. I promise you, there are a ton of people who ate something hot, they got cap cramps and said, I got an ulcer. Are you kidding me? I'm never doing that again. I promise you, a huge chunk of people who claim they have ulcers because of peppers, that's the problem. I believe that. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm not. I know you weren't talking about ulcers. You just talk about heartburn in general. But no, listen. There have been times where I've chugged a whole bottle of plutonium, and if you don't think that my chest felt like it was on fire, it sure did. But that wasn't like anything that antacid could help, and it wasn't something I'd reach for antacid for anyway. I mean, I know I drank a bottle of plutonium. Of course it's going to burn. My hair burned. Everything, my beard, my goatee burned for 2 days. It was hot. Cab cramps are absolutely awful, says Chili Phil. You know what? Until you've had them, boy, I'll tell you what. I know some people, every time I do a video where I talk about cab cramps, I've had somebody in the comments will say, I've never had cab cramps. I don't know what it feels like. I'm like, to me, it's unbelievable. I don't think Tad Jakes has had cab cramps. But boy, oh boy, it's there. Tommy's had them once so bad. It's one of those excuses that keeps people from having to eat hot stuff. It sure is. Tommy had him once so bad. He was on the floor of his room, and for like no joke, the better part of 3 hours, I was too not frightened, but he was just in a bad way. I didn't want to bother him. I left him alone. I walked up the first time. I was going to take a video of him. I was like, no, man, I thought he was bad. I felt terrible. He was like rolling around. I have a picture of it somewhere. Rolling around on the floor, looking like he took a garden hose and just hosed him down, sweating like crazy. Balaki says the pain comes in waves for me. You know what? It's funny. Sometimes they come in waves, Balaki. Sometimes they're not bad. If you get a case of calf cramps and they're really mild, you're only going to get hit once and it's going to go away. But if you really overdo it, man, that stuff's going to wave on you. And man, when it does, calf cramps are really bad when you're driving. They're also, when they're really bad, Brock, there's something. Some women, look at this. Some women say that it's worse than childbirth. No lie. I know a woman who said that, and she has 4 kids. If you want to experience something really crappy, when I first started the channel, I would do plane videos. I'd be sitting on the tarmac in a plane, getting ready to take off, right before, you can still take video. You can still, I used to live stream from the plane. And I would I'd do it to Facebook. It was before I was live streaming on Instagram or YouTube. And I'd live stream from Facebook and I'd eat a super hot, or a couple of them. And the reason is people say, oh, he's not really eating them. I'm like, I'm in my seat. I can't get out of my seat for another 45 minutes. I'm strapped in. And I would eat these peppers. And you get calf cramps at 35,000 feet. I don't know. They just seemed more extreme. They seemed disproportionate to what I'd eaten. So I had the funny feeling that altitude affects calf cramps. Could be wrong. Narfman says it's a rite of passage. But you know what? It's amazing that some people don't. Listen, if you've never experienced them, bless you, man. It's, good for you. Krista Melinda, I guess nobody offers you an epidural for calf cramps. They're bad. It's almost, it's just bad. Tommy, I would like an epidural for my calf cramps. I do feel bad when somebody has them. There's nothing funny about calf cramps, but I will tell you this. Sonny Spicer and let me tell you a funny story about Sonny Spicer and Scoville unit. We were in Ohio. Brock, were you there for this, dude? You were there for this trip. I don't know if you were there for this. One day we did the Skrittles, the screaming hot freeze-dried Skrittles contest. Excuse me. And the Skittles are brutal. They're 4 tubs of freeze-dried Skittles. And they're double-coated with 7-pot premium powder. There's no extract on it at all. I swear to God, they hit like they have extract on it. And I was emceeing the contest, and there were 18 people on stage. It was either 15 or 18. There's a lot. We did the first tub. After the very first tub, there were 4 left. I am not playing. After the first tub, and there's 4 tubs. You have to eat a tub, wait 2 minutes, eat a tub, wait 2 minutes, eat a tub, like that. The first tub happened, and then there were 4. Unbelievable how fast people tanked. Anyway, we went to the second tub. Everybody tanked except Spicer and Scoville unit. The third tub, Spicer bailed and Scoville unit stayed in for another tub. But afterwards, here's where it gets funny. Afterwards, I went back to the booth because I was manning a booth that day. So I'm selling stuff and talking to people. And I waited a little while, and someone came by the booth and said, have you seen Spicer? He's dying out back. So I was like, I got to go see this. So I went to the back. It was an open air thing. So there's a roof over us, but the sides are exposed and the airflow and everything. So I walked to where they told me he was. And they're both of them now are laying on the ground, looking like they were dying. Like it was triage. Like if you were a doctor, he's like, this guy's dead. Let's go. We can help this guy still. Sonny was dying. I thought he would give him the last rites. This is not going to make it. He was just rolling around and just moaning like he had kidney stones or was shot or gut shot or something. Like it was bad. And Fregali, Scoville unit, was doing the same thing. They were both dying. So I said to them, I'm like, I hope you guys, I said, if you can throw those up, you're going to do yourself a big favor if you can, get those up. And I think Scoville unit said he tried. Spicer couldn't, he said. And I said, well, hopefully you'll be all right. What did you prep with? And this fool looks at me and goes, nothing. I said, what? You're kidding me. He goes, no, I want to be the no prep challenge king. That's what he said. I swear I'm not making this up. I want to be the no prep challenge king. Okay, cowboy. You let me know that works out for you. Like the next day, we were driving home. And I don't know if it was that day or the day after. I get a message from him. Or he called me or something. I'm like, how's that no prep challenge king thing working for you? He's like, I'm rethinking that. I think I'm going to prep from now on. I'm like, you don't prep for something like that. And the pain, it's just, and some challenges, and the truth of it, there are some challenges that don't give a damn what you prepped with. I'm not fooling. There are some challenges that doesn't matter what you prepped with. Like all of the plutonium, each time I chugged a whole bottle of plutonium, and I did 3 of the 9 million, but I did the Mark of the Beast that was 6, and I gargled that. And I did the 44 Magnum, which was 4. I did that. So I've done a lot of them. And each time, it doesn't matter how you prep. I mean, it really doesn't make any difference at all how you prep. When you drink a whole bottle of 9 million Scoville extract, there's just no way to do that and not, you end up really regretting it. It's horrible. What did Tommy say? I've been folding half like a wallet. No joke. He did. This is what Tommy did, like an idiot. He did. I'm sorry, but he did. He did it was a speed round. I felt really bad for the guy. He's doing a speed round for the Tubes of Terror. He did it in like under a minute, like for real. And the guy that was filming him had his camera, was filming like this. And as he's filming Tommy, or he's filming like this. He's filming the whole thing. And he goes, oh, hang on 1 second. Hey, how you doing? And Tommy's like, because that interrupted the video and it's done. It doesn't count. So Tommy was like bummed out about it. But he gets the tube down. And there was a video of it. He did it in like 50. I don't know what it was. It was absurd how fast it was. So his mouth was so dry that he took a whole bottle. I don't have any here. He took a whole bottle of tincture. This bottle, took a whole bottle, unscrewed it, and dumped the whole bottle of tincture in his mouth just to give a little bit of liquid to help him get for the last mouthful. What did you think was going to happen, you moron? What did you think was going to happen? I do this for a living. Come on. So he said that the cramps came on, it folded him like a wallet. He said he said this on videos before. I swear it's just hilarious. He said that if he could have straightened out, he would have driven himself to the hospital. But it was so bad he couldn't drive. It's not funny. It's not funny. But what did you think was going to happen? You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You think, look, you eat a whole tube of this and wash it down with a whole bottle of tincture, you think what you prepped with is going to matter at that point? I'm telling you, it's not. Once Tommy called me, he called me from the side of the road. He thinks he's having a heart attack. I can only laugh about it because it's not. It's he's okay. We can laugh about it now. He just got really, really bad out of nowhere. It just seized him up. It's not funny. It really isn't. But listen, you have to know how funny it's going to be when we do this. This is what I'm going to do, I think. Somebody had an idea, and I'm almost thinking about doing it. Somebody in the chat, was it yesterday? Brock, you may have been there. Maybe Dizzy was there. Somebody said you should do the Surströmming video and just do that for people that have a bus pass. And I was like, I kind of don't want to do that, but I don't know. I might put it up on the bus pass like for a week, and then after a week, put it on the main channel. I don't know. I'll think about it. Just eating a tube is brutal, says Chili Phil. It is. Annie Paul from Great Britain. Good to see you, Annie Paul. Thank you for being here. I'll do it, says Pepper Dojo. Krista Melinda says, I get hot things. Pain equals endorphins. I struggle to comprehend Surströmming. So do I, boy. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking you. I struggle with that too, Kristen. Here's the thing about it. It happens to me every time we do it. It scars your soul. It does something to you inside. And like for the rest of the day, you're gonna burp and it's gonna taste like. Here's the thing, I said it. I don't know if it was the first video or one of the videos I did it. It doesn't taste like fermenting fish. It doesn't smell like a rotting fish. It smells like a rotting neighbor, like someone fell down and couldn't get up, and that's where they ended up. And that's what it smells like. It really does. I've done it a lot of times, and I've done it every way conceivable, you guys. I've done it the traditional way, like you're supposed to. Cheers for the shout out, says Randy Paul. Not a legend, man, just a chili head. You know that. George says, what was the last thing that a genuine 10 on your heat scale? Probably the plutoniums, for real. But so I did it the traditional way, where you have it on a cracker, onion, the whole 9 yards. I did it that way. And listen, I think it's hilarious to me. It's comical when someone says, "Oh, try it the traditional way." It's going to make it better. There is not a thing you can do to surströmming to make it palatable. There's just not. There's not, and that's just the way it is. But I've done it. I put it in a blender and made surströmming smoothies. Remember that one? That was a Big Al and College Boy. Then we did it again where we did it. There was rotten tofu, surströmming, and fermented shark in a thing, and blended those three things up and ate that. Then there was a time Tommy and I did it where we left it in the desert for 3 weeks, and I don't know if it just disintegrated from what the heat in the desert did to it. I don't know. But there was no liquid. Do you understand? There was no liquid. There was no fish at all in that can of surströmming. It was just liquid. That was this one here. Hang on. And listen, just take a look at the color of this stuff. This was the stuff when we did it, when it was out in the desert for 3 weeks. The entire can looked just like that. There's no doing it. I don't know, man. Here's the only problem with doing these things. We can tell you how bad it smells. We can tell you how gross it is. You can see people go, and you can giggle because it's funny. But you listen. There's no way to until you smell it. There's you think you've smelled some funky things before, but you smell this. It's like I can't. I've seen video of people doing it in their house. Have you seen that? I've seen people doing it in their car. I can't ever. I don't think you'd ever get the smell out. Make a surströmming milkshake. I haven't done that. So if you guys have some ideas. What are your ideas for how we should do this? Okay, how do you think we should do it? Here, let's get liquid surströmming. I haven't seen a lot of people get liquid. Hakarl, I've done Hakarl a couple of times. It's hilarious. I did a video destock with Hakarl, doing Hakarl with College Boy in my apartment in Fort Mill like 3 or 4 years ago. It was very, very funny. Surströmming on pizza. That's interesting. I kind of like the idea. Tommy, I know you're watching. What do you think about doing surströmming on pizza? But you couldn't put it on a pizza and cook it because it would ruin your oven. It would ruin your kitchen. You know what I mean? It really would. Do a gusher with it. What do you mean? Like put the fluid in a pepper? No, because here's the thing. I'm hoping. I don't know. You know what? I got a funny feeling there's only liquid in this. Okay, so we need two different. Tommy, come here. Shake this and tell me if you think there's fish in it. I think there's only liquid in this. If there's only liquid, I think we should. I think if it's only liquid, I think Tommy and I should try to drink the whole thing. Tommy, come here. I got a funny feeling there's no fillets in here. Drain it, turn it into tuna salad. Oh, boy. Jeez Louise. We're going to flip a coin on Surströmming Day to see who has to open it. You know, it's so funny when we do that. There must be 100 comments where people say, dude, you're supposed to open that in the water. You know that? I'm like, well, yeah, but if he opens it and sprays in his face, isn't that a lot funnier? The idea is to be entertaining with this. And I promise you, if you've watched any of the ones we've done, they're always wicked funny. Will you take a shot of the liquid? Yeah, I mean, I probably will. If there's only, Arwen, if there's, you know what? Arwen, Tommy, get in there, please. I need your help. I want you to shake this, you knucklehead. Arwen, that's how we did it last time with shots. If there's no, I don't know what it feels like to shake a can with fillets in there. Anyway, we'll have to do shots of it, I guess. I got a feeling it's gross no matter what, gamer. There's no two ways about that. Russian roulette. No room pizza forever. Okay, I can see that. Here's the thing. Tommy, I think he's ignoring me. I'm asking him to come in here and shake this. He's hearing me say this, and he's ignoring it. Tommy, if it's just liquid, what should we do? Pour juice on a bagel? Oh, God, that's gross. Bacon, bread. We can't do that. We can't bake it anything because I'm telling you, it would destroy the home. Shake this and tell me if you think there's fish. It feels just like liquid. But I don't know what it would feel like if there was filet in there. But doesn't that feel like just liquid?
No, I think that there's fish in that.
What that? If it's just liquid, what do you do? What do we do? Just do shots of it? We do paper.
Yeah. So
we do paper, rock, scissors. No pencil. No pencil.
Big Al style.
You guys remember we played paper, rock, scissors, the Big Al? He'd go like this. It's paper, rock, scissors. We're playing and Al goes like that. I'm like, what's that, dude? He goes, it's a pencil. It writes on your paper. I'm like, well, the knife sharpens it, paper, pencil. Try the plain rice, pepper poppy. I don't know. We got to think of the grossest way to do it. I'm not a drinker, Nico. Put in a bottle of vodka. I'm not a drinker. Ugh. Put it in the coffee, Dizzy Dragon says. So have a cup of coffee, and instead of cream and sugar, you just pour in. Chowder. Step 1, mix the coffee with Surströmming brine. Step 2, drink it. Tommy, will you do Surströmming coffee? I don't know, and baked loaf of bread with the liquid. I can make it something outside. The problem is this: it would ruin whatever you're making it in. If you had a bread maker, you're done with that bread maker. It's going to be tainted forever. You know what I mean? If I had an old bread maker that I wouldn't mind doing it outside with, but I wouldn't want to ruin risking the house, man. Sushi. Well, James, if there's filet in there, we're going to eat the filet. You know what I mean? But I don't know if there's going to be any fillets in there. I think it's just liquid. Yeah, I'm not feeling anything hit the sides. I'm just hearing it slosh around. Oh, you know what? I think that's an idea. What about some Surströmming with a piece of licorice at the same time? 100-year-old eggs dipped in it. It's pretty gross. There's a lot of fish in there. I hope so, Kevin Walters. The last can we did, there was no fish in it at all. So we ended up having just to drink shots of it. Potatoes and horseradish. Sprite, brawn, and bananas, Dizzy says. That would be pretty funny. You don't need to worry about it. It's not like you need to try to induce chuckage. There's going to be some chundering. There's no way to get around it. It's just smelling it, just the thought of it. Tommy was standing right here, and he's starting already. Joseph suggested. Which one did you suggest? Oh, doing the two together, Joseph? I think that might be a really good idea. Here's the thing. I wouldn't want to do it balaka. I wouldn't want to mix it with clam chowder because I love chowder. Chowder. I'd hate to ruin it. You know what I mean? I don't mind ruining these because I'll tell you something. You have no idea what these are like. Oh, my God. Google some people doing this. You won't believe it. So you know what my mom says? Swear to God, it's a true story. She's like, what are you doing in your video? I said, oh, she's, I want to take that to church. There's somebody at church that likes, they're from Sweden. I want to see if they like these. So my mom wants to bring this. I'm gonna bring my camera and film it. Left Eye Pat. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, I am, dude. I got Tommy to agree to do it again, Left Eye Pat. It's going to be funny, I promise you. Brock says half a gallon of milk and then surströmming. Boy, that's diabolical. You know, we could do a half a gallon of milk. Try to eat one of these. I know. I think some of the like a fillet of that fish. Here's the problem with Limburger cheese. I love Limburger cheese. One of my favorite things in the world. I don't even mind the way it smells. I know. It's sick. So let me show you one other thing. You ready for did anybody in here see the interview with I did after the burn, Troy Primo? Let me show you who's next. This is next week, Wednesday. Don't miss this. Excuse me. Hurtberry Farm, Andrew Jacobson. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Hurtberry Farm is a great company. You're more of a man than me. That's where I live vicariously through you. You've been there for some of the really good ones, dude. Great interview, Left Eye Pat says. Thank you. It was fun. There's a whole lot of stuff I didn't ask him. So I think I'm going to have to bring him back for a second interview. Listen, like, and he rode the brakes. There's a lot of things he really kind of, he didn't write, he used some colorful language. Those brakes, he didn't ride at all. He'll be riding those brakes next time, I promise. But he as far as the whole story with the 7-pot Primo and the Reaper, there's a lot of things he didn't say. But I thought he was gracious about it. He didn't, it is what it is. Sorry, gotta go. Alarm at the VFD firehouse. Nico, be careful. Thank you for your service. Be careful doing that. And thank you for being a fireman. That's awesome, isn't it? After the burn was great. Troy is an interesting dude, said Narfman. He really is. There's a few people that I'm looking at who's next. I know that who's next, obviously, but looking down the road, there's a few people that I think would make very, very interesting interviews, but I'm not quite sure what to do about it. I'll have to think. Man, hot juice peppers. Sorry about that. No problem, Count Dankula. After the burn series. Thanks, Johnny. You know what? I got to be honest with you. I want you to know something. I'm not bored with what I do. I'm really not. I love eating peppers. I love, reviewing sauces. I really love doing that. But this is kind of rejuvenating me. This is really fun. Like I have stories with so many of these people. A lot of them I've never met. And those are the ones that I'm almost most looking forward to. But I've got some really great stories with some really fun people that are it's just, to me, it's given me something really exciting to look forward to. I can't wait to do this interview with Andrew. Do you guys know Andrew? The first video I did for him was 3 months after the channel started. It was only 3 months old. He was the first professional company to approach me and say, will you review our stuff for us? And it was one of the coolest things in the world. Evil, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Rick Spicer, good to see you, dude. You're just trying to buy some time before you have to ingest surströmming. You know, the funny thing about surströmming is, as gross as it is, I can't tell you how much joy I get out of watching my brother struggle. You know why? Because it's not pain. It doesn't hurt. It's just vile and funny. I think it's great. Durian fruit is funny, Kevin Walters. You know what's really interesting? I love durian fruit. I think it tastes amazing. The first time I got it, it was frozen. I got it from the Asian market. My ex-wife was from Vietnam, and so we ate rice at every meal. I'm not even playing, every single meal. But we went to the Asian market a lot. And boy, have you ever been to an Asian market? Walk through one. There's some stuff in jars with no labels on it for sale. Like, what is this? It's a fish of some sort. So I'm not making any of this up. I don't know how I don't know how. Anyway, she told me about this durian fruit. I wanted to try it. The only durian fruit they had was frozen. So I tried it. It was incredible. I loved it. So then they're like, you got to try it when it's fresh. So they had a durian fruit. And I bought them. You ever seen what those things look like? If they fell out of a tree and got you in the computer, you're done. It's over. I'm not even fooling you. They must weigh 5 pounds. But I don't even think. Here's the thing about things that smell funny. If you like the way they taste, you don't think they smell funny. Like people that like Limburger don't mind the smell of Limburger. People that don't like Limburger thinks it smells like a locker room. You know what I mean? Or a jockstrap. People that don't like blue cheese think it smells gross. People that love blue cheese, the stinkier the better. So it's sort of the same thing, I think, with durian, because there are people that say it's the gross, it smells like a rotten corpse. I'm like, bring it. I don't know. George Heilman says, I've smelled durian. That was instant repellent. Yeah, man, I didn't mind it. I really didn't. No problem. Left Eye Path. Thanks for being here, dude. And I'll let you know when I'm heading to, I'll give you ample notice when I'm heading to PA. Real question. How long is your beard? How do you contain it? Says D-Stock. My beard is probably down. If I undo it, see, here's the thing. It only looks like it's this long. But what I do is I did a video. It's really funny. I did a video recently. It's a short. It's not short on the channel. Here's the thing. There's a trick to getting the thing in the middle, and I showed how to do it. But anyway, it's probably a foot past this. It's probably out to here. And what I do is I put a little bead here, and then I wrap it around. You can see it's kind of like, and I wrap it around like a ton of times, and then throw bands on it. I don't know. I do braid it. It's braided. You bet it's braided. You know, and I'm tired of it. Hi, Kayla. What's one food I really dislike? You know what? I don't really know. That's the problem. Thank you for asking that, Kayla. I think that I don't know. I like everything. I like liver. I like a lot of things that most people don't. I've had some really gnarly foods in some really weird countries. Not weird countries, but weird food in some countries that, you know, where we would look at and go, you did what? So I like weird things. I'm trying to think, is there any food I don't like? I'm not a big fan of soup. When I was a kid, I'm supposed to drink my dinner. I'm feeling like I'm getting the short end of the stick here. I don't like soup. I don't mind eating soup, but I don't like soup for dinner. I just, you know, I don't know. So I'm not a big soup fan. I like pretty much everything. Make a video of cutting the goatee. You know what I'm thinking about doing, you guys? I'll tell you about it now. I've had the goatee since day one. Day one. The last video I upload is going to be on October 19th, 2026. And the last thing I'm going to do before I end it is take scissors and cut it off and say, it's been a good ride. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat. And that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be, by then, it'll probably be that long. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it off. I think that's the absolutely perfect way to close out the show. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? I don't know. I think it does. Here's the deal. I have a love-hate relationship with it. it's kind of like I'm known for it. Count Dankula. It is October 19th, 2026. That is the 10th anniversary of the day this channel started. This channel is going to be a 10-year channel. That will be the last day that I upload anything to this channel. But the good news is this. Don't be sad. The good news is we almost have 2 years left, right? We have almost 2 full years. We have 2 full pod seasons ahead of us, right? Tons of content. But the other cool thing about it is, the thing that I'm really excited about is that the last 2 years of this channel, every single week, there's going to be an interview with somebody that's been significant to this channel, right? The first one was Troy Primo. Next week is Drew Jacobson. The week after that, it's probably going to be Merle from Hellfire Hot Sauce. But all these names that you've heard for years, you've heard their names, but you haven't seen them. You're going to all get a chance to meet these people. Why did you decide to end your channel on that day? D-Stock, the reason I chose that day is it's 10 years. I know me really well, okay? And I'm just being wicked honest with you guys, okay? I'm just being wickedly honest. I know me really well, and I don't do anything. I have one speed. You guys have seen what that speed is. It's every day. This is how we do it, right? So I've been doing it like that for a really long time. I don't have 5 more years in me of working at the pace, doing what I'm doing. I can tell you I have 2 in me, and that would bring us to 10 years. I don't want to do 11 years. That would feel awful. If you know what I mean? So I think 10 years is perfect. There's 10 seasons. And here's the other great news. By the time it ends, there will be over 10,000 videos on this channel to look at. And, if you found me today and you watched one video a day every day, it would take you almost 18 years to watch them all. And that's if I never made another video. And I'm going to make videos for 2 more years. But I promise you, this next 2 years, these interviews are going to be so amazing. Well, I'll tell you some of the amazing ones. Bumblefoot. Now, Bumblefoot owns Bumblefoot Hot Sauce, but he's the former lead guitarist for Guns N' Roses. Now, there are guitarists on the planet, but then there are guitarists. And he's like a prodigy. He's like, and he's a friend of mine, and he's really excited. So I'm going to be interviewing him. I'm probably going to get Steve-O. There's some big names that you guys don't know that I'm working on getting, but like the guy that owns the company Ashley Foods, David Ashley, who makes plutonium. Man, the plutonium videos factor so hard in this channel. The first one was really big early on. Everybody kind of got to know me for it. Then the second one was big. The third one was on the 1 year of my sobriety. So that was a really significant one. If you take the plutonium and all of the Ashley food products away, that I don't have that plaque. You know what I mean? So just really great. Like Brian Scope, he was the producer of the show that I was in, Super Hots. I'm going to have him on. If you don't think that's going to be a wicked interesting video. SG, what does Surströmming smell like? Decomposition. I'm not even fooling you. It's way past just rotten fish. I mean, it smells like decomp. I'm not even joking. I'm going to miss your reviews and hang it out when you retire. It's really weird. I don't think of it as retiring. I've always thought it was funny. I've seen people on Facebook and YouTube. I'm retiring from the chili community. It just seems kind of silly to me. It's been a fun run. We've had a lot of fun together, right? I mean, we've had fun. I've never been somebody who's worried too much about how many subscribers we got. I mean, I'm thrilled. Don't get me wrong. I'm super thrilled that we got that plaque. It's what a milestone that is. There's only like, I don't know, 300,000 or 400,000 channels out of the 65 million that have ever done that. So that's a pretty big deal. So the whole thing has been a fun experience, but there's so much, honest to God, there's no way anybody could watch them all. I mean, there's no way. I guarantee you there's nobody that's watched them all. People say it all the time, and I don't mind it. I mean, it's a nice thing to have them say, but nobody's seen them all. D-Stock, I'm going to miss your personality. You know what the good thing is? There's tons of videos here. So if you ever feel like you kind of want to hang out, click on a live stream. You know, I think that one of the reasons is this feels like I'm talking to you, because when I started the channel day one, I knew I didn't have anybody watching me. There was nobody. So I figured maybe there's one person watching. So I was talking to you. And as it got bigger, every time I made a video, I still pretended that I was talking to you. And I was. Every single time I was talking to you. And, you know, they're all raw as can be. We don't edit them. I make mistakes in every video I've ever made. But each time, I'm not talking to, you know, when we had 10,000 people, I wasn't talking to 10,000 people. I was talking to you. You know what I mean? And when we got 500,000, I was talking to you, or 500,000. We got 50,000, I was talking to you. When we hit 100,000, I'm still just talking to you. It's always been that way. There's no, you know, I don't ever, if you know how many times I've had people say, you know how many more people you'd have if you would just edit your videos, or, you know, clearly that wasn't the reason I got into this. You know what I mean? I've had fun. I've had more fun than I expected, that I thought I'd ever have. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to run this by Tommy to see if he wants to do both of these at the same time. I think we'll do a single one of this, a regular video of just this. But I think the two of these at the same time would make for some magic. Godowski, thank you for being here. Listen, I want everybody to stick around for just a second. I want to thank every single person who's currently in the chat. So bear with me for just a moment. We're going to say my goodbyes to everybody. Oh, you know what? It's not letting me see who's in the chat. That's kind of odd. Hang on, let me try it one more time here. Here we go. Let's try it again. Here we go. All right. Balaki Anderson, good to see you. Brock Bandy, thank you for being here. Chili Phil, thank you. Clayton Hollingsworth, bro, thank you. Dean from Conjured Vapors, thank you guys so much. Count Dankula, thank you. Dale Cox, I love your tincture, dude. Thank you for being here. Dizzy, as always, a pleasure. D-Stock, thank you for being here. Elegant James, I love the name. Garter Jackie, thank you for being here. George Heilman, thank you for joining us. Godowski Twins, thank you. Green Man, thank you. James Collins Cares, I care that you were here. Thank you. Jason P., thank you for being here and wielding that wrench. Jeremy Fowler, thank you. Lego, more Gopher, thank you for being here. My Tunnel Time, Pepper Poppy, thank you for being here. Rick Smith, Kristen Melinda, thank you. Jared Wilson, thank you for being here. Rick Smith, SG, Arwa, thank you for being here. TKK, Wisconsin, Sirens. If I missed anybody, it's because you came in and it's done alphabetically, and I'm sorry if I missed anybody. But thank you guys for being here. I love all of you. We'll do a live stream probably tomorrow, but we'll give you guys some more good content. But between now and then, be kind to somebody. Thanks for being here. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.